Hi, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. I am so freaking happy to be back. I've been away for almost a week and a half, and because I've been taking care of my little boy who had this, I think it's pronounced croup. Croup. He's had so much trouble breathing and with this nasty cough, and it's just horrible. And then it's been ages and ages after to get him back to daycare, and I thought I was going to be done on Tuesday. I wrote about it in the community section Monday or Tuesday, and it still got me to Thursday. So today he's actually back, and I get to do this. So I'm so super psyched to be back here with you guys. I hope that you're well, and I know it's been such forever since your last reading, and I do apologize for that, but the little ones has to come first. So Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you. This is general reading, and the time frame is from mid-June until mid-July, and it can be about anything and everything. Start general here, and we'll go deeper and deeper into the message. I just had I don't know if the camera caught that. Maybe you want to go back and check that out. What could that be? Like just over a minute. Just this orb just sort of coming flying right next to me, and sometimes the camera catches it and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why, only sometimes. By the way, why that happens is because when the energy is extra heightened. And I just want to say, I had a bird flying right into my window just before I started. It scared the living you know what out of me, and I was like, Jesus, like that is big bird. It wasn't Big Bird from Sesame Street, but it was a big bird. Just flew right into my window, and then it flew away. So it wasn't like killed or injured. And then I felt like, oh, it wanted my attention. It felt like it wanted my attention, but it was a bird, and the bird for me brings messages. And it was right before I started your reading here. So yeah, and I can't swear, because then I went out to the other window, and there was a black crow sitting drinking water out of we have like a little water fountain right outside of the house here. And he was sitting there drinking water, like catching his breath, it looked like. But I can't swear that was a I want to say fly, that was the bird that flew right into the window. But if it was a black crow, and the black crow even more so brings strong messages. Maybe for you to drink, maybe for you to really stay hydrated at this time. I know it sounds silly and detailed to just to talk about staying hydrated, but you know, I will feel if I drink like half a liter, what is that in ounces? Probably 16 or 17 ounces of water. If I drink like extra outside of the food that I'm eating, or that has water in it, and so forth, and the other stuff that I'm drinking, which is maybe coffee or tea. If I drink 16 ounces or half a liter of water, in comparison, if I drink 2 liters of water, and you do the math, 4 times 16, 2 liters of water. I mean, it's night and day for my body. It's night and day. And it's not just continuation like little sips. If I do like 16, 17 I hope I say that correctly. I think it's like 16 or 17 ounces of water. If I drink it like at one swoop, I can't drink at one swoop, I just can't. But I feel like this is my mission now, to drink like 16 ounces of water straight up. And then I leave it there for like a couple of hours, and then I do another half liter, and then another couple of hours, and then I do another half liter. So that it adds up to like around 6 o'clock at night. I've drank two liters of water. Not later, because then I have to go up at night and pee and feel like an old lady. But like in comparison to just sips everywhere, which is better than nothing, obviously. But to do it in like a half a liter set, if that makes sense, and then stick to those 2 liters a day, sometimes even more. It's just night and day. I'm telling you, it's night and day for my body. For the bowel movement, sorry for being so detailed here, but for the circulation of the body, for everything. So if that was the thing, there's a strong message here to drink a lot of water to stay hydrated. And then if you're a person that drinks coffee, you know, for every cup of coffee, you take away a cup of water from your body. That's what you can think. For every cup, for every amount of coffee, the equal amount of water you take away from your body, which means you not only have to drink the same amount of water to come up to the level of the coffee you just drank, you need to then add the extra volume after that, if that makes sense. So there's something here, I'm telling you, Sagittarius, right now, here today, 5 minutes I spent on talking about water and strong messages coming in. Either it's just a strong message overall, like you need to pay attention right now to what your body is telling you, or to what the influences are around you. And if the influences scares you, leave it. If the influence heightens you, influences you in a very good way, stay with it. And also the birds, and especially the crow for me, is about messages coming in. And this could be really about water here today, as it was drinking out of the fountain. It's sort of a fairy tale feel, because it was drinking out of the fountain. It wasn't drinking out of a toilet. It was drinking out of a fountain. It feels like it's beautiful and romantic in a way. So, what else do we want to tell you? Because that's very much incorporated with the message here today. You're starting off good, Sagittarius. Starting off good. Good fortune. Invite magic in. And I feel so strongly with this card today that it's time to freaking let it in. She's like, this is a little lady here, which it can also be for a man, obviously, that she's just having the whole rainbow piercing through her. And I see strongly the sphere. Is that what it's called? Never learned. The thingy that she holds in her hands is like, she's her own guiding light. She's her own guiding light. Like the more light that you can accumulate from your insides, the more light you will bring in from the outside, if that makes sense. The more light, like if somebody else invites you into their light and you're just complete darkness, you don't even see their light. So the more light that you can bring into yourself, the more light you can start to bring in from others. And there's something about it to just, I don't know, there's something about dark clouds. I see this as dark clouds here today for some reason, and just all beauty on this side, and it's like the rainbow coming in, piercing through you. And what I'm getting is like, it's freaking time. It's time to allow it in. It's time to allow it in. This sort of transforms you. It looks like we are highlighted from the feet up to the, I'd say around the abdomen, or like coming up to solar plexus. And it's a little bit darker around, from solar plexus and up to, and basically up the rest. Do you see that? It looks a little bit dark. Like, okay, so here we have the rainbow piercing through everything from the feet and up to here. And then it's like it goes around you, and then it continues. It's mirrored, so it's so freaking hard to where I'm supposed to point. To go up there. Do you see how it goes around her, like on the back and down, continues down? And there's like a little protection thing happening here. Like you want to protect your, from the abdomen, solar plexus and all the way up. That's the heart chakra. That's all the, I wouldn't worry too much about the stomach altogether, but it's like the lower abdomen, I wouldn't say is included, but starting from the middle. So maybe you have some sort of digestion. Do you know what? This talk about the water, and I was led to say it helps with the bowel movement. And what is the bowel movement? I mean, that's when circulation happens in your intestines. I don't know if I'm using all the correct words here. I'm Swedish, and I have to apologize that sometimes I actually don't know the names for certain things. But it's like, yeah, the bowel movement, and and this is good for everyone. You don't necessarily have to have problems in these areas. You can always bring better flora, better circumstance to your stomach. Like the stomach is the shit, literally. Sorry. that if you drink more, if you stay hydrated, if you drink more water in clumps, in like half a liter at a time situation, it helps with the circulation of the whole body. There's something with the lungs, there's something with heart chakra that's being protected at this time, and I think it's you that's protecting it. And it feels like, okay, you need to include all of it. The light wants to come in, the light wants to pierce through you, completely through you, and for some reason you're a little bit turned away, and it's like we don't include solar plexus and the heart chakra in it. Why is that? Why is that, Sagittarius? What is going on there? Because this is the most beautiful card ever. Good fortune, invite magic in. So can we clarify this good fortune here for Sagittarius, please? Well, the cards are talking anyway. So let's see. Turning the page. There's new energy coming in. Yeah, it's the end of a cycle. 21, it's the end of a cycle. And today I'm being brought to talk about, and you know what, it's so interesting because I think that it was the Scorpio reading, the last reading I did before I have had this gap. And, excuse me, you would actually maybe take away some stuff actually watching that movie, that reading for Scorpio. It was so much about letting go of stuff that we even the things that we think is so good for us, even the things that we think is so healthy, even an overload of the healthy is not in the long, like eating cake. Maybe most people would agree that cake is so freaking good, or eating ice cream, or eating the best food that you can think of. Even that at some point gets yucky, you know, it gets like you get full and you eat too much of it and you want to vomit. So it doesn't matter. And just also, you know, whatever this is for you, whatever you're doing that you feel like this is so good for you, it's so good for you. Even the stuff that is so good for you gets, if you get attached to it, and if you get like if you start to almost develop a codependency with it, or like a resistant energy to it, if that makes any sense. Even the good sometimes is good to let go of, even for a little bit, like for a little period. Maybe check the Scorpio reading out to make sense of what I'm saying right now. What I want to say with that is that what I took away from it was I'm so in it for the numerology, like numbers everywhere, and I've sort of have just decided that 21 means this. I'm very much about talking about how I don't follow the tarot in the sense that this means this. I'm staying open to the intuition that comes in about each and every, like I'll see an image, but then I see something different, or I get a message about something, and I don't want to stay hung up on it and be free to interpret whatever comes my way. But then when it comes to numerology, all of a sudden I'm super rigid. I'm like, 2 means this, 1 means this. Yeah, we can elaborate a little bit about it, but then that means that because 5 means this, but then only because the 7s was before, blah, blah, blah. And what I took away from that reading for myself was that, okay, I'm going to loosen it a little bit. I'm going to loosen the knot a little bit around the numerology. I felt like I almost lost a friend to say, I'm going to loosen numerology altogether. I'm going to toss numerology out the window. Almost felt like a little loss to me. Felt like a little death, which is crazy. But it felt that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do without the numbers for a while, and I haven't done the readings for a while, and it has served me really well, I feel now. And then when I get to, like, I look at this 21, and immediately I want to go to what I know is 21, but then I immediately also was reminded that, wait a minute, what did we say about the numerology here? Okay, that 21 necessarily, what I knew about 21 before necessarily isn't what wants to be told here today. And you know what? It isn't. 21 today wants to talk about the year. So there's something in the within the message about stepping outside of what you think something means, stepping outside of what this rigid, this like 1 + 1 = 2. But what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't? What if there's more? You know, 1 + 1 = 3 or 4. And 21 this time around is for the year. I feel like this whole year for you, Sagittarius, will be like a coming full circle, a closing, knyta upp säcken in Swedish, coming full circle. It's the end of a cycle for sure. You're closing something down. You're ending a whole era, if you will, and stepping into a new era, if you will, pun intended. It feels like I want to be able to say that, oh, how beautiful your July is going to be. I feel like there's shifts. I'm not saying that you're going to have a horrible time through the rest of the year of 21, but I feel like there's going to be challenges and there's going to be changes. You need to make significant changes that doesn't serve you anymore, and like take the year, take 2021 to make those changes, whatever those are about for you. I mean, this is a general reading, so it can be so broad. If that is a relationship that you know in the heart of hearts, you're actually getting, is that called contaminated? Like you're getting toxic in your heart chakra. You're getting toxic in your heart chakra. It's dark in your heart chakra because you're refusing to let go of a toxic relationship, a toxic situation, a toxic belief system. Whatever that I'm just trying. I'm not receiving that. I'm just trying to put an analogy into it, like what it can be for you. So that because if you immediately go, don't have anything to like, don't have anything I need to let go of. Well, if you're struggling with your heart chakra right now, if you feel it in the heart of hearts that there is some sort of change that needs to take place, and still it doesn't take place, and if you feel worse and worse within yourself, something's up. Something is up. Okay? And so it's telling you, and it's telling you with a good sense of like, with an inspiration, that this is the year for you to rearrange some furniture, if you will, to rearrange, to regroup, to sort of reboot, wink wink, to a certain person out there, to reboot. And maybe that's for all of you, to reboot, to just reboot your system, which feels like a lot of ascension symptoms is going on. A lot of people, at least here in Sweden, are talking about like this heavy, and I don't know what that is called in English, pollen. All these seeds flying around, all these flower seeds, when winter comes to spring, and if it goes really, really fast, like all of this little yellow seeds like flying around everywhere, which causes a lot of people to feel allergic. You don't get allergic unless your body's out of whack. It just doesn't. And so there's something about, people think, oh, it's just such a high level of that thing flying around, so there's so many people feeling so out of order. No, it's just such a low balance in people that when the outer change is really changing, they're completely out of balance. So it just talks about, it's freaking time to sort of reclaim your power, take back your balance, hydrate yourself. People, hydrate. Pause the video right now and go get some water. And choose a bottle that you really choose something. It's so important that whatever you drink out of, you really enjoy it. is pink. I have a little pink moment at the moment, and it's I just really enjoy this bottle, and I enjoy drinking out of it. I don't enjoy the glass or the cups, or it doesn't taste as good. So it's important because that's gonna make it easier for you to want to drink as well. Okay, so there's something about reclaiming your power and knowing that whatever is going on for you, we've come to the end of it. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. So you're going to learn a lot about yourself in the process. And with Michael there, Michael is like my constant guardian angel. I don't even like the word guardian because it seems like there's something you need to be guarded from, and it's not. The more light you are, the more light you will attract, and there's no need for guardedness. If you feel like you need guardedness, there's also stuff that is going to immediately be drawn to you that you have to guard yourself against, right? But for the sake of it today, I just feel like saying, this is your guardian angel. It was a person actually a while back, I just remembered, they wrote in the comment section about, so instead of saying guardian, so say your care, like they're caring. This is your caring angel. They're with you at this time. Ask Michael for help if you want to, if that feels like it resonates with you. And then we have the Page of Gabriel and the Knight of Gabriel, which is a lot about healing your inner child, letting the inner child come out and play, knowing that if it's not about your inner child, it doesn't have to be either or either. It can be both, that it's both about your inner child, and also if you have children, like if you have a child or children, that knowing at this time that it's safe, that they're safe, they're well taken care of, they're safe. You can like completely relax in your journey, if that makes sense. I'll get something before that. Wait. Right. That usually, one thing at a time. No, sorry. I just wanted to show you the very similar... Okay, I'm just going to do one at a time because I can't. One is like, I see the thingy that you're holding here in your hands. And now, look at the light there. It's like you're coming into your own. The angels are with you, and they're talking about, just go within and reclaim your power and revisit your inner child. Revisit, what does that mean? Revisit your playfulness. Revisit your childlike wonder. Revisit your curiosity for the world and for any situation that you're in. How can you approach, like I was just yesterday, it was the first time that we could go like for a little bit of a longer stroll with my boy, and next door neighbor's little girl went with us. We went to the store, and you know, she is 8 years old. The neighbor's daughter is 8 years old, and so she's still young. And even she was saying, like, does it always take this long to go to the grocery store with Elliot? And I was like, if he's walking, yeah, it does. Because he has so much to discover. I'm so close to starting to cry. It's just, you know, when you've been living with your boy now for a week in just taking his pain away and taking his heartache and his stuff away, you get like an alarm. You get like pulled in to be present again, to be in the here and now, to just be with him. You know, nothing else matters. Nothing literally matters. And to start to see the world through his eyes again. I was like really reminded to just start to see the world through his eyes again. There's wonder freaking everywhere. He's taking up a little piece, like a little leaf, like a half of a leaf, and he'll be like, what is this? What is this little magical thing? It's like, well, it's a little piece of a leaf. Ah, like a bigger leaf. And then we have to find a bigger leaf to make sure. Yeah, that's true. And then, you know, we go a few steps and he's like, what is this? And it's like, and even the 8-year-old is getting tired of it. And I'm like, when did we lose that? At 5? What's going on here? So this is like, there's some importance here to you to hydrate, get enough water, go back within, know that you're safe. You're surrounded by caring angels. You're surrounded. And it's like, start, reclaim your power and start to have like a wondrous, if this is just you being bogged down at work, Sagittarius, if you have a little bit too much on your plate at work, just sort of come out and play. And there's something about like, this is not going to resonate with all, but there, like, some of you guys probably just recently had a little whiff of this, like had a little, maybe you did go on that stroll, or maybe you did revisit your inner child in some capacity, like maybe you drew something or like painted something, or you I don't know, I see swimming for some reason. Like you went to swim and you just remember like, oh my God, this feels so good. Like, I don't know. Maybe you were just reminded how good it felt like since childhood you haven't done this thing, whatever. There's like something is being told to you right now in this moment to revisit your inner child. That's what's going to make the little light turn into this big, big light. And also this is like turning the page. You're literally right now turning the page into this Knight of Gabriel. And Knight is a new energy. Usually when the Knight comes in, I usually want to talk about a person. This could be a person coming into your life. But as for right now, as for today, it feels like an overall, like there's a new energy. We're ending an old energy in your life and we're coming into this new energy. And I love how like the first angel is like so close. That's what I tried to show you before, but not really doing a good job of holding two cards at the same time. It's like the angel is like really upfront and personal, like in your face, really helping you, really guiding you at this point, until like you have your own inner light there is so shiny and so bright. It's like now you're back up on the horse again. And the angels, like Gabriel, is now sort of not leaving you. They never leave, but they don't have to be so in your face. So you're turning the page and you're allowing a new energy to come in. You're back up on the horse. You will get back up on the horse. I don't feel like this is this very moment. I feel like even though we're half, are we coming into like, yeah, like just in a couple of days, we're just at the half mark of this year. Are we not? So like for the next 6 months, it might sound like forever, but for the next 6 months, just look at it as okay, I'm gonna take these 6 months and I'm gonna close up this old circle. I'm gonna close up this old cycle and take this year and I'm gonna turn the page and I'm gonna allow the intuition, the guidance to really help me and get back up on the horse again and allow this new energy to come in to fully like pierce through you. I'm going to continue this reading in the extension. So if you feel like you resonate with this, you're so welcome to come to the extended reading. The link to that is in the description box down below. If not, thank you so much for watching. Sagittarius, I hope to see you back soon. Take care, guys.